Nourish Wellness Center, located in West Central Little Rock, was the site for a special Martin Luther King Jr. holiday event featuring Little Rock Police Chief Keith Humphrey. The event was held on Monday, January 18th, and featured performances by local poets and entertainers and served as a networking event designed to connect those in attendance with one another. Edmund Davis, co-owner of Nourish Wellness Center, talks about the importance of hosting the event.
And we all know there's an elevated number of homicides throughout the country, not just exclusive to Little Rock. And again, a lot of those victims, homicide that is, look like me. Maybe younger, some even older, but they look like me. And Dr. King talked about that in 1967 in Detroit. So we wanted to use this avenue here. We're talking about healthy eating and lifestyle changes, combined with Dr. King and his message of nonviolence. Not necessarily the I Have a Dream speech, but the other speech he gave 4 years later in Detroit, Michigan, where he talked about violence in the ghetto and how, of course, it's a byproduct of racism, but at the same time, we have to still be accountable for what we do.
Chief Humphrey holds Dr. King and his legacy in high regard and accordingly focused on conflict resolution as the theme of his talk.
Dr. King was one of my heroes, one of my people that I admired. And I think the thing that that I really admired about Dr. King is that he just kept going and going and going. And it's something that you all may not know, but when Dr. King was killed, when they did his autopsy, they said Dr. King had the heart of an 87-year-old man. And that was because Dr. King took the weight of the world on his shoulder. Every day worrying about how to make things better, how to not hate but to love. But one of the things that I do want to talk about is that, and I've said this over and over and over again, people have asked me if I believe that Dr. King would be pleased with what is going on today. I think he would be even more disappointed. And the reason I say that is because we talk about things being better. Yes, we have representation. We've had representation in the White House. We've had representation now in the vice presidential office. We've had governors. We've had city officials, police chiefs, teachers, lawyers. We do have that representation. But the thing about it is there's so much still infighting amongst ourselves that's really frustrating. And I know for a fact that he would be so disappointed with what he's seeing. We had 55 homicides last year in our city, 55 homicides. And everybody wants to say, well, it's the COVID, it's COVID related. Well, I do think COVID contributed to it. But before COVID, the nation had a pandemic of violent crime. Now we can talk about, the FBI has said that violent crime has been reduced by 4% each year. That's because I truly believe the true numbers are not reported. Because from where I stand, we had a reduction of overall 12%, 13, 14% overall increase in crime last year in this city. That's fine, that's all well and good. But we have a conflict resolution problem. Anytime you have two young men, or a young man and young woman, or a husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, that cannot have a disagreement that doesn't end up in some type of violence, that's a problem for our city. But Little Rock doesn't have a violent crime problem. Little Rock has a conflict resolution problem. That's what's going on today. Dr. King worked so hard to make sure that his dream was alive, that it continued. And somewhere down the road between 1968 and 2021, we got off track. We became angry about something. I don't know what it was. It's not just about race. It's just not about gender. It's not about LGBTQ+. It's not about socioeconomics. Because you can't help the way you look. So you shouldn't get mad at somebody because someone looks a certain way, because someone dresses a certain way, because someone's gender, because of someone's socioeconomic.
Chief Humphrey believes the glass is half full rather than half empty, and wholeheartedly believes that there are brighter days ahead for the city of Little Rock.
We lost the vision of the dream. And we can talk about it, every day, every hour, every minute. But I'm a realist, and I'm an optimistic realist, that at some point, before it's too late, we're gonna get back on track. I truly believe that. I truly believe that we have the ability, as the city of Little Rock, to get back on track.
We asked a few of the attendees their thoughts about why celebrating and acknowledging this holiday is so important.
So what does this holiday mean to me? This holiday represents sacrifice and opportunity. Sacrifice because of what Dr. King did by giving his life, his time, and his energy towards the betterment of all mankind. And then the opportunity to serve others who are less fortunate, serve others who are disenfranchised, and then serve the community in which you reside in to make it a better place for all mankind.
Okay, so the King holiday to me means service. It means being selfless. It means giving of your time and of your resources. It means giving back.
I believe in the dream, and the dream is still alive. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the dream. So any opportunity I get to thank Dr. King for at least laying the foundation for me to be where I'm at today, and also be able to carry on the message that he had for peace and tranquility. And that's what it means for me. So anytime I can deliver a message and my vision for our city and for these young adults, I'm gonna always do that.